Test 1 2 3, 1 2 3, and the no more ready meals deals of the new times has brought us into different areas of staging this, that, and the other. And to stage a need to, oh look, oh you guys you can make heaven. There you go, and then pass the baton. It's that quick, that simple too. Sometimes a lot. If we would have, could have, would have had to 25 years ago, even not. And then some. But the chain of events that might have transpired as far as miracles. So, miracles is a word, but this is very, very, very intense miracles. And it sounds like that's just not enough to put on it to describe how intensive and how much a need to not be a blown situation and a casualty all the way about this one. See? Not whatever, because of the finite interest of the not only inventions that we take need or want to. We're supposed to make sure we don't lose our inventions. Oh yeah, then I won't be in trouble if I know that. Don't tell me. I'm right there. And there's no yet places like home and not, and so ways of being a hand and not a handicap. They've told me that's very not nice to say, but ways of being a go-between and a fast shuffle too, like the Untouchables. That's what we really need here, and like you guys would know it like better than Steve. Woke up in the morning, wow, how you what? And this is very, very much something to go right direct to the insistence or the thought set of man and women and man and wife, gentlemen, those areas, instead of monster, very, very detestable, and very much so to be classy about not being lasciviously a play that is purposely made to go in perpendicular manner, shape, and form. See? So if you're out and about, sometimes a professional, polite inside of blood work is what they say, but don't say you ever heard anything to do with it. You say not to, you do not to. And so that was much more than call girl, but guy meets gal, gal meets guy, and to go that way pretty much. And I'm not supposed to know too much more. And so when this over here. And these are the kind of guys that do wear those kind of clothes, remember? And these and those are real nice. That's the but not a judge. Remember, all judges. Even once these Supreme Court judges, you've been that sound a good song. Everybody seemed to roll the dice on a couple of the deals over here. Just put it nicely. Nicely with the stipulation to pull aside right there. Pull aside. Just try to keep things nice. And it's very, very debilitating when the Nebula's one just to get her in a crew and to get a ream job and get everybody to feel good. See? And Nebula, that was not just one person that quantified figures. And so you are obligated right here, Will, to protect these guys, and not, and look, the part, remember, like Geek, the part, the bird and stuff, and not keep anyone looking out of shape and stuff, out of part, out of play, out of place, and you have to not be, Will has to not be a fuddy-duddy that just, you used to talk about it 5, 10, 20 years ago, but when it came to application at a time of need, and don't bet on my heart, but my animals, these guys go, I don't know what I'm doing. At a time of need, I don't see Will, he needs to be, there was that part, that's a study area of having to actually go against Will, but it's kind of, you don't want to tell them that you got to cover because you go, wait, this is agreed, not agreed, not agreed. Distances between much to do with sensitive senses, and that sort of thing. So when we call or make a phone call, the place lights up. The whole city, the whole county. Steve Mages, if ever I found out, they might, thank you, and that is not a careers call or a arena job call, please. And that is a inconspicuous need. And so building, I'm not trying to be around it as much money into anyway, it's just fine. Anyway, it's fine. But by not paying anything to do it, you're missing the point. The whole thing's going down the drain. You're supposed to, you're supposed to not say, no, sir, I didn't hear, I didn't see it, let's fight it, do it all up. And that's what you're doing. And you're supposed to be acting way more elite than that. These guys clown around so bad. Nuclear war. No, yes, today too. Nuclear warfare. Nuclear stockpile in Obama's, and Mr. Trump's loins and flight aperture conveyance innards and alloys of his was taken by and overtaken in a matrix steel that he is on a spree. He went that way with it. And at first, we questioned Nancy, Obama, you can't do it that way. Come on. Something's going to go happen. You get in trouble. Something's going to get in trouble. But when we have to deal, the question, the thought, you're losing it, you're blowing it, of all-in-ones, every police station, every police chief, every day, everybody's out there, let's go get it, hunting, see, with their dicks. And they're doing a rape. I gotta ream somebody in the butt to get it. I got a real bad desire. And that came about because of Ricky. And that seemed to be the information straight up used. The cussing words. That all the while, invisible capers that doing poop shoots at everyone they can while I was young and bringing people in. And I didn't know that. You didn't know that. We didn't know that. And that was the dude that did the silent, made parasites out of everybody, very many. And so by playing games over here with him, acting like he's your buddy, you don't know what to do with the picture, you're not good, try it, you have to act like not what's the interest of you personally sometimes, but the interest of the conservative relatives and things of that nature that one can make sure they you get a little bit of trouble that sort of thing, and keeping the table right there. A measure that Steve will round up ranking the very, very highest of all. No, let me handle it. You don't know what you're talking about. Watch. These guys, this is what guys. This is. And when they dress, yep. So Steve over here does his guitar thing, and so the situation of the censor is all that. Everybody or anybody complain, I don't like Steve. I hope that it's all to do with the too much noise and haywire this and not enough. It should be 30 hours over here, or 8 hours there, 8 hours there before they're split up in time shifts. And not only that, it has to be mixed. You get just split in the toilet. So you got software. And so what went wrong here is a super tap, in my opinion, that Beethoven was given. It intrudes the behaviors and combined and who's going to give him a Kobe? The worst way is kind. Let's see now. The more you better make detail. And we have the attacks, what they look like, how they and Manny too. They were putting and wanted to make their claim or same or no, only make a buck. Go ahead. Really sorry. Really sorry. So when Rachel, I told you, you have people that you got worries, not worries. You got work to pretend the economy is this, China that, China that, the TV that, TV that, not let him hustle a is the uh, that but don't get in on the ship, don't get it down. He put it to a stop. The first ones that get treatment in a way that you know, and still hang on and be with your wife or counterpart life. It's the thing is very much the long part here when we're trying to field an array a spaces to what would be feasible for contribution, especially this so serious, doing every living thing off that it's not just any old situation. It's a very, very terrible one. Yeah. And so also firmament and nuclear strikes. And let me pass the numbers so it doesn't look like we're talking too much. It doesn't look like we're not giving a fair chance to you guys do the work. You guys, and you know, before you know it, and make sure you move the sensor. The sensor, you don't forget that. Don't hold me because you have to talk to him, make it good deal, and make sure Steve is in a nice way, like shopping, a little twinging on the guitar, not too much. He has to have a secretary, a girl, something that, not look at every picture. They have to be screened. Not look at every in any picture. That almost goes without saying, without a psychiatric doing see, see, and you know, I do admit it. I do admit it because we have to make sure we have the laws straight on the habeas corpus, the resurrection. Everybody wants real a guilt conscience of wait a minute, first thing first. To actually pass, and some did have extra. And they don't know. I know. See, who to like exit to the left, like when um, have them way decent manner that you outclass anything that's going on that's got bubbles up here to come down. See, you could probably do that real good too. Really, and I would know that. So, uh, you know, the is on an obligation of the Treasury right here, Treasury Department. Pay the man. Anyway, pay, and I worked hard. I pioneered this area and worked pioneering this area of anybody thinks invisible capers and other ways of doing yourself up if you're. And then I get to more and have them reconstituted right up here. And there's ways and means of pulling the bottom out of ways of things that are going on, just like that. And you have that power, the energies, wealth to use and reuse. And so we get those kind of smart type of questions up as to not maybe it's immature, think of Luciferian type of and other, but you want to go above it. Two sounds. Got Chuck get do affirmative, sir, and 11 minutes, but break. So to come up 11 minutes past it and get that sensor, boy, and fast. You know the manager over here. He would know that he would catch on to that too. Oh yeah. You know. But at the same time, Ansi, and Ansi has to go to Kabod every day at 2 o'clock. And so, whether they do sins or not, what thing I got to hang on, you got to do it. And that is what we're supposed to be at. And so, if anyone's saying that they forgot about them and they forgot that they forgot, that was the schematic. So, the busy schedule and keep busy. And very much so a like in treaty language at 5 years, every so on and so forth. We have to make progress. We have to not say, oh yeah, and off we go. Sandra Hutchins is giving us dirty looks. So he shouldn't have to worry or talk to anybody around here. Just all I know is I in a real in a if this would work out in this manner. This is how we think about it. Yeah, Bronco's got to be friends with you once in a while. Come to say hello. You know. And for the reason, you guys make sure he gets paid and is happy, not head trips at weird things. See? And so by the acts of what used to be called the nuclear umbrella and the nuclear refurbishment now, and that is really not a joke. That's not funny. That's nothing to take for granted. Somebody or something would want to tell me that very, very much straightly forward. That the need to use a go-between, not a go-sister. See? A go-between, not a shot, a cheap shot, but some very, very bad thinking at you, not I. They continue. You'd all be dead, right? You wouldn't be alive right now to hear this, and we don't want you to be just a condensation piece. It might sound weird to some people. Condensation. You know what condensation might mean? And even before, but now especially too. So I think this film has just got took a little bit of a. But there's more, and there's nice photos to do this. So, I can't, I forgot, you leave it up to him, something that can happen, and that's what's been happening, and he's been going like this, and I live long enough to we replicate, to get replicas of them before they went into that way with it. That is off the wall, and you knew you weren't ever found out mental health program. So let's not be disingenuous, insurance company. If you ever found out, oh yeah, wow. So I'm supposed to act like a little bit like, and manage evidence, and manage evidence, and that sort of thing. And do a good job. Don't forget to do a good job. And phase bands, remember, but phase bands, and lock lumen and all that. And that's about it. A lot more, but that's about it. So we'll be right back. And be sure, if you could, pay the man. I don't have it. You want to get the wrong ideas around here. Too much, can't pay them. And very bad things have happened. To not be able to have you pass money got stolen. Unbelievable. If I would have, not, I would, want Steve to start crying. No, I want to tell you, never start crying. So we don't want Steve to start crying. And, just say, dang, start crying is not a good idea. That could be a very bad loss to everybody's hide forever. A judge? No. That's why I guess what I mean. And they kept guessing, and that was really the real. There was, and I did come through too, and I know nothing about it, and that's a mean thing to do, but to give respectfully to the military class and to not ace out any individual capacities of memory, thought, mind, and attitude. There so as well, and stipulating to try to be memorably regardful. And so if lights start coming back on and Beto's out and about, and what we needed to put a different type of security besides Beto, and they could come walking by the door, he could be below the scene right now. And I made it loud and clear. That guy just went from a tap, a super tap. There it is. See? And then these other guys, so more of the upper echelons, because the police say, guess what I did? See? And it didn't feel very comfortable in here. But I do. simply share that is like one great wonderful thing about segregation, but polite, trade-worthy, trade amiables. It can, get yourself. That's how I had it. And in regard for somebody's sister needs to make sure to get mad at somebody, and that's not a joke. That's not funny. Somebody thinks it's funny. Somebody says, hey, come up, respectfully. So I did my end, I took maybe buy the building. Before, you're going to have to not think, hey, come at Steve, and Don's getting weird. Because he and Beto nuked together like psycho-bakes. Psycho-bakes. That isn't a very good pie or flare on, and they're doing aggravating it was recorded. But if I keep it up on the par here, but it just depends. If you pull the financial areas of purposely and willfully and maliciously have me walk into and that's not a funny thing to do. And especially, you folks, okay, so to put it nicely, if anybody needs any hurricanes, no, Steve, they're not like that. Come on, talk to your friends like that. All right. And so the opportunity to run to work a less tumultuous and haphazard with type of programs, and they need to control oneself and keep their hands to themselves. That monster activity is no place for anyone. And I am very, very upset. I am very, very upset that very, very conservative, straight people, in very many ways, except for the that just wish you do those, and you cannot do that. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. And you're going to have to look at it. I didn't want to show it to you. And there's a little bit more in it. We had a bit of dogs, things that back there, but over here and back, with devil-like gremlin people, or what do they call those? Real bad. Well, you have to use those energies like that, and not be we have to do, we trickle at least. Trickle. See? Trickle is trickle. Yep, and Rocky did help out a little bit. Scary thing, Steve, for me, and sometimes you cannot say exactly, to go around and about, sometimes. So from the bottom to the top, or not, or the middle of nuts. So let's pay the man, and that would be a good thing for those. And let's say, look, I told the buddy over there, I told the buddy over there, and that's what they've been doing too. And that is very, 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 very not funny. Especially the U.S. Mint. That is a frightening thing at people's soul and my solar, everybody's solar. They might think that we're in hibernation. It was easy to come by. It didn't be great. But to laugh in a manner, not a manner of the very seriousness of Sandra Hutchins and the sheriff department, and we kind of single out a company, and just her alone, more than Nebula's worth, to get it, and we're to have some type of acknowledgement that, but at the same time, not to be a big blab about it, but at the same time, is missed the point. See. So, like, what are you? We worth. She does that. You know how much we're worthless. So that's not why. That is why not talk too fast. Talk too fast. Remember the inventions areas that you stole. Somebody got something funny to talk about. Not let it go to and it was and it is still a circled pull aside deal. As supposed to be right there, and not rewind by this Vato over here and whoever else because they need to be cut down real bad. See what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't do that. You got to go and down the bottom line, drink that. You know, that kind of stuff they got. And that, you know, that they say highness and the deal. And, you know, and to get these, there might be so much of a loss right now. They get a stipulation of a reconstitution of a matrix with own individual capacity. Beto's got to be replaced. Stay on top of it. You got a replacement. We need a replacement. One that's like, I don't know, and they get a supercharger. Whoa, it's never the same. They go, wow. And they do go like that. Oh, I get that. I do that all the time. Nobody. This is like an all-in-one. And he doesn't make any mention of that. Nobody's making mention of that. He's just doing it the wrong way. The wrong way. It's got to be way, way wrong. You're supposed to do a Midas touch, a 6 seconds, 6 minutes, 6 hours, 66 days, and use the software that you need, and not just ream them in the behind. That is not anywhere close. That's got to be totally wrong. Totally. That is what they say that you're not supposed to actually, you're supposed to know that you go perpendicular, but they mean it's all the way the other way, see? And I didn't ask you to say, you saw my record, white, 27, see? In other words, you help make a bigger threat and more bigger Leviathan, and that is not good news. So you're owning up to you being a stinker real bad. So you want to get Leviathan. You did get Leviathan first. They did. You don't want that. So pull aside the motherfucker. Himself, others, fuck somebody real bad. And I might ask you for sure. But it needs to be said with a like is that anything that was thank you that I need to be thanked in a way that we're not a citizenship going down. Another no, nobody. Right here. Here. Put me out in popcorn. I do what you're talking about. because to keep all the cities on, we have to keep and have very special communication about how and why an anatomical you cannot be able to see, but you can yeah. So you don't want to do that. That's why you got to castrate, and they're the ones that spread the disease. People don't spread the disease. So they were doing it. You don't get to take we don't do it. You got him. You got it's just out of the question. And I very, only if it's do it. So, and we're supposed to believe in Geneva Convention, the Vienna Protocol. That's what James Baker and those people would, if I ever made cheese. But still, so, okay, man. And that's what we claim we did. And you knew it too. When it did. It does. Well, that is another. Do we have time all day, or are we screw the whole thing scene and don't take anyone's word for it? It was shared. If area of their constitutional right to protect big minds abused by the such. Any rule could have I pass one, not a fast one for one is one another. The chicken or the egg. But had the chicken not been a thing to do to every living thing off in creation scammed out though. See, you're not to tell her. We like to have a counterparts like that. They're gonna. Well, no. It's a lot better than all the Mr. Secretary over here, the Secretary, and not just what these immature chauvinistic. and Damien's become cheat on everything. And they need to be stopped. Stopped. They need to be stopped. And if ever the term was certified, and then so. And who wants to be understood as just a foundation piece and money, and it got back very so to that. Guess no idea. Guess why the fumes of nuclear at dawn and you have to call on the telephone. I'm make sure 714-59 714-447